Start with Tim Reynolds.
How close was this game to not being played, and what sort of went on in those 45 minutes or so between warmups and tip-off?
Well, I think we got our guys. We all met with about 65 or so on the clock, and as we talked before, there wasn't really time when we were all here together to sit and talk. So we just scrapped warm-ups and sat in the locker room and talked. And to be honest, at 30 minutes, I didn't think we were playing. And then coaches left the room, players finished talking and chose to play. So, I called my wife and told her I don't think we're playing. And then 10 minutes later, we had decided to. So I'd say
Gary Washburn.
Hey, Brad, as a coach, obviously you went through this with the guys in the bubble and kind of being more of a guide or maybe advice or whatever, not kind of maybe interject in all your opinions, but what part did you play in this, and how comfortable were you kind of participating in this decision making?
I told them very clearly that I support whatever they choose. I've said many times in these types of situations, everyone has a voice and everybody expresses it a little bit differently. So it's important to, in this small area and closed room, for everybody to feel comfortable to share, whether, when we were in there or after we left, and so that the team could come to a decision, and just left it at that. If our guys chose not to play tonight, they had the full support of my staff, myself, and our organization.
John Corrales.
Brad, all things considered, how do you think that energy translated on the floor? And by that I mean, like, these guys taking this very emotional thing and carrying it out into the floor.
I just told the guys in the locker room. I think the things that you remember about coaching are not the game, right? It's that locker room 68 minutes before or whenever we all congregated. I think that's what I'll remember most fondly when I'm done, are those moments, and just the sharing of real thoughts and emotions. And then to be able to compartmentalize and play a game, I thought that our guys started great, gave good effort, waned a little bit. I had more guys asking to come out than, usual after long stints. And I don't know if that was a function of just playing hard early or being tired from the trip or whatever the case may be. But they did a good job of, going out there and playing under the circumstances. I don't know how they do it. I've said this forever in the NBA, like, you're in the end of these road trips or back-to-backs, so I don't know how they do it. But these guys have an unbelievable ability to go out and play at an incredible level. It's remarkable.
And so
both teams.
And so having come away with like one of those grind out wins with all of these circumstances, what do you think this means for this team overall?
It's a good game against a good team. If we end up winning or not, it probably doesn't mean we're any different of a team, but it's nice to get a win. But I'd say the circumstances and all that we've talked about before is a lot more important.
All right, we're going to wrap it up right there. Thanks, Coach.